Oh, do I have a treat for you today. Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video. It is Friday, hallelujah, it's Friday, April 28th. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a good one today. Thank you very much. If you could do me a huge favor, subscribe to this channel if you've not done so. I really appreciate it. Let's get this thing to 6,000 subscribers. We are on our way there. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what you think about this video. So when I say that I have a treat for you guys today, this is going to be very interesting. Just looking at her profile here, her name is CuteFatQueer, and she goes by the name Laura. I assume she's a she because I don't see any pronouns or anything else, even though she does consider herself an activist. But of course, she is one of those activists that's probably among the most militant and the loudest and the most ignorant that I've seen so far. So this should be a very interesting reaction. Of course, she is involved in just about every social justice movement that you can find out there today. But look, just looking at her profile again, it says, it's okay to be fat, stop diet culture. And then she says she has a master's in counseling and social justice. So this is going to be important here when we look at the first video. So remember that. She has a master's degree in counseling / social justice. All right, so we're going to get into it right away. And some of this, I'm probably not going to get this video monetized because just about everything that she does has some music in the background. So if you don't like the music, if it's distracting, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do with that. I've tried to figure out a way to not use the background music, but listen to her voice instead. But, you know, I couldn't do that. So let's get right into it.
Science doesn't exist. I have a master's degree in this.
See what I'm talking about? How ignorant she is? Science doesn't exist. I have a master's degree in this. Are you serious? You have a master's degree in counseling and social justice. So somehow you're just this big expert now on science and scientific matters, and you're going to say science doesn't even exist?
I get very angry when people start promoting diets in their lives. And I have to go. I can't be around it. I am a fat person and you're attacking me by opening your mouth. And
so if I talk about my own weight loss journey, if I talk about me losing weight, what I do with my own body, which is my own business, and I want to talk about it, I'm attacking you? I'm triggering you? What does me and my body have anything to do with you? I mean, you social justice people, and I know I have many friends who are there who are not nearly as crazy as you are, talk very much about my body, my choice, and I get to do what I want with my own body and everything else. And that's fine. If you believe that, that's great. Like, stand up for yourself and for your body, right? Like, okay. But it's something else completely different when you talk about my body, my choice, but then you think you have a voice to tell me what I should do with my own body. That I can't be excited about weight loss. That I can't be excited about changing the way that I live so that I can be happier and healthier and lose weight. The second that I post before and after pictures, you're going to get triggered and tell me I'm not allowed to do that. Making sure my microphone is on. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. How it's all about you. It's all about you and how you feel and everything else. And it's your body, it's your choice, it's your this and that. And you're allowed to have your opinion. But the second that I start talking about myself and my own body, you're going to throw a fit about it.
saying shitty things about your fat body. Be careful on what you say and what you are perpetuating. Because it's all tied to racism.
Here we go. It's all tied to racism, even though I'm a white man talking about my own health and my own journey and wanting to feel good and look good and all that other stuff. But it's racist for me to talk about my own body and my own journey. Do you see how ignorant this person is?
And eugenics.
Eugenics, yeah.
You're being a racist when you start promoting weight loss.
See what I'm talking about? I'm a racist because I promote weight loss. I talk about weight loss on my channel. Even though I've never mentioned a word about race or anybody's race. I talk about, okay, I've been there. I've been to the other side of it. I've started having complications in my body due to obesity. And I'm trying to change that. And I'm trying to warn everybody else about the consequences of obesity. But somehow I'm perpetuating a racist lie that there's consequences to obesity. And it's very funny that it's probably majority white women who come out here and spout this lie that it's racist to talk about weight and weight issues, to talk about my own body when it comes to obesity.
I said what I said. It's the truth. Stop it right now. If you care...
No, I'm not going to stop it. And the funny thing is I've seen other videos of her, and she talks about how sick she is, how she's got really bad diabetes. She considers herself disabled, all of which, or I'd say most of which, I can't say all, but most of which is due to your own obesity. But you keep coming out as this fat liberationist and spouting these lies and telling everybody else to shut up and science doesn't exist and the research doesn't exist and it's racist and everything else. It's like you are suffering yourself from the consequences of obesity.
Care about me? If you care about fat people, if you care about yourself, you will stop. You will stop right now.
No, I'm not going to stop again. Because I do care about fat people. I do care about you. I do care about everybody else. That's why I'm not going to stop. Because you don't want to deal with what I've had to deal with. You don't want to have to work as hard as I've had to work to overcome this. You don't want to have to be scared and terrified as I've been scared of dying, of not waking up in the morning, of being afraid my heart's going to blow up. All these other things that I've dealt with. You don't want to face this. I'm telling you. So while you're on that side of it, and you're still young enough that you just don't understand it quite yet, but you're getting there and you're starting to have the consequences of obesity in your life and you're miserable because of it, you're going to start realizing what I'm saying is true. And you're going to wish that you did not say any of this stuff. You're going to wish that somebody told you that you're speaking nonsense. You're going to wish that somebody warned you about it, and which is what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to stop.
I had to leave a live this morning because they're all talking about diets and, oh, you got to do what you got to do. And you got to listen to your doctor. Your doctor's lying.
Yeah, so because you have a master's degree in counseling and social justice, you have the right to say that your doctor is lying. Your doctor is lying. No, your doctor isn't lying. Your doctor knows, and your doctor is telling you the truth. I'm not saying there's no medical bias in the community, all right? I'm not saying that. There's definitely some bias out there. But your doctor is trying to do the right thing by telling you that there are consequences to your obesity and you need to change it. Your doctor is right. The research is right. The science, which is true, is out there, is right regarding this. You are the one listening to misinformation. You are the one who is lying.
But you don't question it because they got the white coat. They know. They must know. No.
What, you know? Because you have a master's degree in counseling and social justice, you know? You know better than a medical doctor? What makes you the expert? Because you're a fat person? So you magically know more than a doctor knows about science and health and biology?
No, the diet culture informs doctors.
All right, so Laura did delete that tweet, so not tweet. What is this? TikTok. Deleted that TikTok, so I found this on a different profile, and so she was just reacting to that. But there's more.
The answer to that is you don't hate anyone. You don't hate anyone who does what they think is right for their own body.
That is literally not what you just said. You just talked about how it's racist and you couldn't handle it and it's triggering and oh, you had to leave a live because people were talking about diet culture and you couldn't stand it. You hate people who are trying to lose weight and what they do with their own body. You're literally were just telling them not to do that. You hypocrite.
We live in a culture that dictates to fat people that the fat is the problem.
Because it is.
When I actually don't agree with that stance.
Because you're ignorant.
But I also understand that people only know what they know. And they take the advice of people they trust.
I mean, I understand because I've been there. I've grown up my whole life. People telling me I was fat. People telling me I need to lose the weight. People, even my own parents forcing me on exercise bikes. My own grandma telling me to go on a cabbage soup diet and eating only cabbage soup for a week. And, you know, I've been there. I understand that pressure from other people in my life to need to diet and exercise because they were legitimately concerned about me that I was getting bigger and bigger as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, and they wanted the best for me. So, yeah. I mean, I tried. I tried to do everything that they said, and it didn't work because I really didn't want it for myself. So, I didn't know the right thing to do. I didn't realize that I had a food addiction because I was young, and neither did they. Like, they are well-meaning people in your life who's going to tell you you need to get this under control. You're getting big. And other people see the consequences on us more than we see them. Because we're living this delusion that we're happy because we're fat. We're happy because we get this joy from the food. And that it's the food that's going to make us happy. And it's the food that's going to give us the comfort and the joy. So we're kind of stuck in delusion land over here. But our friends and family and the people who love us see us getting bigger, see the consequences of that, see us getting lazier and lazier because we can do less and less. They see us breathing heavy just to do the most basic mundane things. They see the consequences on it before we do. And so out of love and concern for us, they give us the advice. They want us to change for ourselves. They might not always know the best way to go about it. They might have heard from so-and-so or, hey, my grandma put me on the cabbage soup diet. It's like that's what she probably read in a magazine somewhere. I don't know. She wasn't trying to hurt me. She was trying to help me. She wanted me to get healthy, and she didn't know the right way to go about that. But yeah, when people see obese people, sometimes they laugh, sometimes they make fun. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. I've had to deal with that myself. But then there's also people who say things out of concern and love.
And they do the best that they can. So, I don't have a problem with people doing what they need to do with their own bodies.
Yeah, you do. You seriously do.
I'm here just to help educate people on an alternative to maybe what we've been taught.
And that's exactly what it is. Sorry, my camera keeps shaking. It's an alternative, right? You don't like the facts that have been presented to you, the real research, the real science. You don't like that. So you're providing an alternative. You're spinning the facts. You're spinning the truth. You are downright lying to people because you put your feelings over the facts. The facts hurt your feelings. They hurt your delicate sensibilities. And so you're going to spin it in your own favor and give alternative facts. And now you're dragging people along with you because you don't want to do this alone.
Giving you free research-based opinions.
Nothing you said was research-based. Yeah, you did your own research. You Googled, how can I prove that fat people are not the problem, or fat's not the problem, or, how do I find research that supports my fat liberation lie? That's what you researched. But you're not looking at the real research.
But based in science.
I thought science didn't exist.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
No.
So, if you don't like what I have to say, you can scroll on by. If you want to stick...
Well, when you're talking nonsense and ignorance and lying about what science has to say, 1 second saying the science is wrong and there is no science, and then now saying that, oh, I'm just giving out science. It's like, you are harming people. People like you need to be stopped because you are hurting lots of people. You are dragging so many women along with you. Every single follower you get who believes in this nonsense, you are increasing their risk of death. Because you're not giving them the truth, and that means that you don't love them. Because you'd rather allow them to continue living in delusional land than make any positive changes that could actually save their life. So people like you need to be stopped. And I'm not going to keep scrolling on by. I'm going to keep calling out your nonsense and everybody else's nonsense who joins this movement.
Stick around and learn some things? Cool. But nobody's being forced to hang out with me. And I don't hate anyone. Unless, of course, they're damaging to me or somebody that I love or another.
And that's right. Unless they're damaging to you. Which is people who talk about weight loss. They're damaging to you. They're triggering to you. But you just don't want to deal with it. This one's got music in the background.
Do you know that your body doesn't know the difference between a diet and a famine? Your body's going to react the exact same way. You lose weight initially, and then you plateau. And then you regain. Why do we regain? Because your body's saying, holy shit, we're in a famine.
This is another lie. This is what happens when you don't look at the research, when you don't study the truth behind it. Like, I really looked into it because I was struggling with the fact that I was, what's the word? She just literally said it. That I was stalling out, all right? I lost a lot of weight, then I stalled out, and then I lost more weight, then I stalled out. And it was frustrating, yeah, but there was real legitimate science behind it, because when you start a diet, your body releases water. So yeah, you have an initial surge of weight loss. And then once all that water is out, you're stalled. You're not losing any more weight. You're losing fat. But what your body starts doing is putting water back on. So you stall for a little bit, you have a plateau. That's the word, plateau. It can last days, it can last weeks, it can last a month or longer. Where your body is just trying to hold on to water so it doesn't dehydrate. And this is when people give up on their diet because they're like, oh, I'm just working so hard and I'm not losing anything. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm pulling my hair out. I'm trying so hard and the scale's not moving. But then it gets to a point where your fat loss catches up and then you continue losing weight again. So you're misunderstanding the role of water within your body. And if you restrict your calories way too much, yeah, your body does think it's starving and it will try to stop you from losing weight. So that does happen. But if you're doing it naturally and slowly, your body doesn't think it's in a famine. Your body wasn't meant to handle 3, 4, 5, 6,000 calories a day. All right? If you're to the point where you're gaining that much weight and you're as big as she is, your body wasn't meant to be that size. Your body wasn't meant to handle that many calories. You should be eating as many calories as you need to maintain. Unless you need to lose weight, and then you can just cut back a couple hundred. But just because you cut back a couple hundred, your body doesn't think it's in famine mode. Because you have all this stored fat on your body. So what it starts doing is it starts grabbing the fat, the stored fat. So yeah, when you're gaining weight, it thinks that it's in abundance mode. And it's like, wow, all this extra energy that I didn't get to use, let me store it for later. And it keeps storing it and storing it. So then when you go to a mode where you are restricting your calories, or times are tough, it doesn't think it's in a famine, but it's like, okay, I got all this extra stored energy that I didn't use, let me go and grab that. So your body isn't starving itself. It's got all this extra energy and glucose and fats and whatever that is stored on your body. So this is why I tell people all the time that if you're going through a diet, expect a stall to happen. The stall is going to happen. The plateau will happen no matter who you are, no matter how big you are, the plateau is going to happen. And it's water weight. It's not because your body stopped losing fat, but because mentally you're just so attached to the scale. If the scale stops moving for a week or two, you completely give up on your diet because you're not seeing the results that you want to see. Which is why you should also measure yourself as well as step on the scale. Because my scale's been stuck for a while now. But I'm still losing fat because people keep commenting on my videos. Wow, I just saw a video of you last week and your face already looks smaller. Wow, Big T, you're looking great. Or I see my family and I haven't seen them in a week or two. Or I go to church and I haven't seen them in a week or two. They're like, wow, you're looking great. You look a lot thinner than when I last saw you. So people are noticing my weight loss despite the scale not moving how I think it should be moving. So I'm still losing fat. And when you're on a diet, you're still losing fat. But the water fluctuates in the beginning. That doesn't mean the diet's not working.
So any food that comes in needs to stick around to protect us for the next famine. That is science.
Here she is again talking about science after saying science didn't exist. All right.
So stop dieting and start living. Do you know that?
Ignorant. She has no idea what she's talking about.
So now I'm having people duet my videos and trying to shame me and discredit me and say all these nasty things about me. That's a fun thing to wake up to in the morning. I'm putting myself out here on the internet because I actually have good things to say. I have smart things to say. I have truthful things to say.
You are lying through your teeth to suit your own feelings.
But it's not my responsibility to spoon feed it to you.
No, because you're shoving it down people's throats. That's what it means to be an activist, right? Like, you're a fat liberation activist. You have so many TikToks talking about how you're this big activist and we need to fight and we need to riot and riot over diets and all this other nonsense that you talk about. So no, you're not spoon-feeding it to people. You're shoving it down their freaking mouth so that you can live in a more comfortable existence in your fatness without anybody ever having to challenge you. You deny the existence of science and then turn around and cherry-pick non-facts and then display that as science, and you think people aren't going to comment about that? You think people have nothing to say about that?
It's not my responsibility to prove anything to you.
Well, I mean, if you're going to keep spouting off lies and misinformation and be ignorant about things, then maybe you should try to back up what you're saying with some facts. Like, yeah, people are going to challenge you because you keep talking about things that are not true. And it's just obvious that you cannot prove what you're talking about, so you just kind of shrug your shoulders and say, oh, I don't have to prove anything to you. Yeah, of course you don't have to, because you don't want to, because you can't.
If you are having questions about what I'm saying, go read something around health at every size. That's a good place to start. But I'm not here to help you.
Well, why are you here then? Why are you constantly spouting off about activism? No, I don't hate people. I love people. I'm just trying to help them. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm not here to help you. I'm not going to spoon feed it to you.
I'm only here to reach somebody.
You just said that you're not.
To reach somebody that needs to hear that fat is not a disease.
Oh, you're trying to reach people who will believe your lies and nonsense so they can join the fat positivity movement and rally around you and cheer you on for being fat because you're so brave.
That whatever you've been taught is a complete lie, and the reason why there's this lie is to make money off of you.
The sugar industry and the people who keep you fat make way more money than people in the diet industry. I'm not saying people in the diet industry doesn't make money, that it's not a problem, but the sugar industry, the fast food businesses, all those people who are in business and make profit keeping you fat make way more money. Way more money.
I know this to be true through my own personal experience.
No, because you just deny everything that disagrees with you. The real factual evidence in science that talks about the consequences of obesity. You just deny it.
And also through my education. So if you want to go and poo-poo my master's degree, go right ahead. But
yeah, okay, we'll do that. Your master's degree in counseling and social justice really is going to help you out when it comes to scientific matters and fact-based evidence and research around obesity. She's just flat. I got this degree. I got this master's degree. Oh no, I'm the smartest person on the freaking planet.
But at least I have one. And I work damn fucking hard for that thing. And that also gives me credibility.
No, it doesn't.
You want to see my degree?
No, it doesn't. When you spout continuous lies, nobody listens to you. Nobody cares what you have to say then. Because you got a master's in counseling and social justice, you think you're just some expert now? That you're an expert in every other subject other than what you have a master's degree in? Like your degree in social justice, like, what does that do? How is that helping anybody?
Agree?
Because, yeah, you just don't want to listen to any real evidence.
So you want to come at me? Come at me to my face.
I am, right now, to your face. I hope you reply to my video, because it'd be interesting to see.
Come talk to me. Instead of just duetting or stealing my videos and then putting them on Twitter.
Well, this is going on YouTube, but same difference.
Come talk to my face. Because I know you won't.
Because you're just going to scream and cry and be triggered and run away anytime anybody presents any real evidence. Because my existence, my experience matters over your stupid master's degree in social justice and counseling. Every other fat person who's been through the ringer and gotten to the point of disability due to their weight understands there are consequences to obesity. They understand that fat is the problem. Fat is causing problems. But you just deny it because it doesn't make you feel good.
Because you're a coward.
I'm not a coward. No.
And you want to use your social media to say crappy things about someone who is in a marginalized body.
You're a white woman. Come on, you're a marginalized person. Oh, because you're queer, you're marginalized now. All right, well, fine, you can say that. You're just a victim, though, Laura. Oh no, you're just a victim, and everybody's out to get you. But you're using social media to do the same thing. You attack people. You scream at people. You demand your way. Like, you're doing the same exact thing. You duet people. Last one here, guys.
You know, people moralize food. into good and bad categories.
Well, yeah, food is good in medicine in one aspect if you eat right and you eat within a certain amount of calories that you need for your body. But then there's food that's bad because it can contribute to cancer and disease and illness and make you sick. So yeah, there are two categories for food. If you're going to say that that's not true, then you just proved my point that you're ignorant.
When I was in grad school, there was this one person, skinny as a bean, and I wanted to tell her about this black...
Oh, I could already tell because she's skinny, she's dumb, and you hate her, and she doesn't have anything worthy to say. Okay. Because you only listen to fat people, right?
bean burger that I loved from a place called Burgerville. They're only in the Pacific Northwest. They were really only in Oregon. I think there might be a couple in Washington State. That's it. And they had this amazing black bean burger. You know what she said to me? Oh, I don't eat that stuff.
This has got to be the dumbest one yet. Because she says that she doesn't eat fast food, which is 100% her choice. She's going to flash on the screen that her white supremacy was showing. She's a white supremacist because she doesn't eat fast food. Are you kidding me?
I don't eat fast food. Like, to the fat person...
Oh, I bet that was horrible for you, being a fat person. Oh my gosh, he doesn't eat fast food. Oh my gosh, the racist, the white supremacy, we need to cancel her right away.
That says so much about you.
Oh man, I'm done with this chick. Oh man, look at all these videos. And there's many, many more on here about fat activism and everything else, but because you don't eat fast food, you're a white supremacist and you're the most horrible person on earth. And that says a lot about you. Like you're going to judge her entire life and everything she believes in because she doesn't like fast food. I can't make this stuff up, folks. I just can't. It's getting dumber and dumber. It is. These fat activists are just the worst, the absolute worst. Anyways, I hope you liked this video today. It is Friday. So I hope you enjoy your weekend. I might be back this weekend. I might have a live stream, just a hangout live stream. I might do another video. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope you have a great one. I love you all. God bless you.